Hello, I wanted to try and review some albums. Cause when I originally started my channel, I wanted to do movie and music reviews. And I've been in the mood for the past week to go back and listen to one of my favorite band's discographies again, which is Black Flag. And I am a huge fan of punk rock, and I don't really see a lot of YouTubers reviewing punk album, so I figured that I should start doing it. So, the first album I'm going to be reviewing by Black Flag, and it's not their official studio album. But I figured I'd start with it first, since the band had three lead singers before they landed on Henry Rollins. So, he would be the permanent lead singer for the band afterwards. So, the first album I'm going to be reviewing by them, which is aptly named Their First 4 Years. What the heck? Their First 4 Years. Let me see if I make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, I don't have their albums. I want to start collecting them though. But it's a collage of the band artist, Raymond Penabody. This is Pettibon, sorry. He made their flyers and their album covers for them, all of them, I believe, until the album that came out in 2013, that wasn't made by him. And he makes some interesting and amazing album art. Um, so, like I said, let's get started. So, Black Flag was formed in 1976 in Hermosa Beach, California by Greg Ginn, who is the guitarist, and he's the primary songwriter for the band. Their first lead singer was Keith Morris, who would leave Black Flag in 1979 after a dispute while they were trying to record their first album, which would be the Nervous Breakdown EP, which didn't form into an album. That's why it's the EP. Well, I was gonna get into a little bit of disputes they had. So he got pissed off. They were trying to record it. So Keith Morris left, and he formed his own band called the Circle Jerks, which is another popular punk band, and I actually like them too. But he stole some songs he co-wrote some songs, but he basically stole them and didn't ask permission from Greg Ginn, who was, like I said, the primary songwriter. So he stole Wasted, and he changed it up a bit and used it on Circle Jerk's first album, Group Sex. Then there's a song called Room 13, which would end up on Black Flag's first studio album and called Damaged. He stole the lyrics from that, changed it up a bit, and released it as Behind the Door, which would appear on Circle Jerk's first album, Group Sex. Well, this pissed off Greg Ginn, and Black Flag has a song called Revenge, and he changed the lyrics to that, and it's called it You Bet We Got Something Personal Against You, which was like a diss to Keith Morris. That's a little side note. So, like I was saying, Black Flag was trying to record their first album with Keith Morris, which eventually became the Nervous Breakdown EP, because they didn't finish it because Keith Morris got pissed and left. So half of his songs that he recorded came on the Nervous Breakdown EP, and the other half ended up on on a compilation album called Everything Went Black. So after this, they tried recording an album again, and this time they got a singer, Ron Reyes. Ron Reyes got pissed. This also didn't come to fruition because Ron Reyes got pissed and he left during the recording of the Jealous Again EP. So that became, like I said, not an album, an EP. So half his songs went on Jealous Again, the Jealous Again EP, and then the other half went on the Everything Went Black compilation. Then they got lead singer Des Cadena to sing vocals. And he did a few songs. He did songs on the Six Pack EP, or the Six Pack single. Sorry, and he did the single for Louie Louie. And I'm not sure if he left or they just didn't want him. They made him leave, but I know the first two just left because they got pissed off while they were recording. So they never formed an album until 1981 when they got lead singer Henry Rollins, who would become the permanent lead singer for the band. So the Nervous Breakdown, or the first 4 years, tracks 1 through 4, which is Nervous Breakdown, Fix Me, I've Had It, Wasted, is from the Nervous Breakdown EP, which is all the songs are sung by Keith Morris. Keith Morris is not my favorite vocalist, even though I do like his band, the Circle Jerks. But he has a very distinctive vocal style, which is kind of snotty and sarcastic. But I do like all these songs, and I think my favorite song by him on this is well, I like them all, but I think it's Nervous Breakdown. And their Black Flag songs before they did Damaged didn't really set a tone. Like, these were more like carefree. There were angry songs. Some of them were angry songs, but ones which I'll get to on the next set of songs, you know, about like breakups and like aggravation and getting drunk and high and stuff like that. And anger and stuff, but they didn't really they weren't that serious like their later songs, like the songs on their later albums. So songs 5 through 9 are from the Jealous Again EPs, and songs 5 through 8 are sung by Ron Reyes. And that is, oh no, did he sing? Yeah, he sung 9, which is Jealous Again, Revenge, White Minority, No Values, and You Bet We Got Something Personal Against You. And my favorite song by Ron Reyes is the one Ron Reyes was singing. I actually like White Minority, which is a pretty funny song because it's supposed to be about from what it's saying, it sounds like it's a white power song, but it's not. And from what I've read and stuff, people were getting pissed off because they thought that the band was a white power band or whatever, and they said it's pretty funny because the lead singer is Puerto Rican. So it's like, yeah, I just thought it was funny. But Ron Reyes has a pretty distinctive vocal style too. He has more like a whiny, angsty kind of voice to him. I know a lot of people from all their singers. A lot of people don't like him. They think he's one of the worst singers out of all the whole lineup. And for me personally, I like him the best out of them, out of the original 3 singers. So songs 10 through 16 is taken from the Six Pack single and Louie Louie single. And these are all sung by Des Cadena, who I am not a fan of his singing style. The only song I like by him is well, let me read the songs on for him. Is Clocked In, Six Pack, I've Heard It Before, American Waste, Machine, Louie Louie, and Damaged One. The only song I like by him that he sings is American Waste. I don't like his vocal style at all, and I'm just gonna be honest, I don't like it. He has more like a pissed off style to his vocals, but I can't get into him. And the song Machine is really, I couldn't, it's annoying to me because he goes like, I'm not a machine, I'm not a machine, like throughout the whole, well, most of the song. And it's just like, oh my god, like shut up. Damaged One was later taken and put and sung by Henry Rollins and put on the Damaged album, their first album, Damaged. Yeah, but I would highly recommend the first 4 years if you're getting into Black Flag, because this shows them when they first started. Like I said, their songs were, they didn't have a definitive style yet, or like their lyrics didn't have like a particular theme to them. Like you had like certain inklings in some songs, like with Nervous Breakdown, I've Had It, I guess Revenge maybe, but that's when they were getting more like in their later albums would be more like focusing like on depression and anger and stuff like that. But like I said, I would highly recommend this one. I mean, it collects all their songs, and I would also recommend, which I don't know if I should review it because it's a compilation album, just the recordings they were trying to do to make Damage, or what would become when they're trying to record their first album. And but I would highly recommend this one and Everything Went Black. Because Everything Went Black kind of shows you different songs that they sang, but by different singers. Like you can compare like Clocked In, like on Everything Went Black, I believe is sung by Keith Morris also, and Ron Reyes, and the Ron Reyes version's the best one to me. Yeah, that's all I gotta say right now. But yeah, like like I said, if you don't know Black Flag and you're trying to get into them, I would highly recommend the first 4 years. Like I said, collects all their original material, and before, they made their first album, and they had 3 different lead singers, and it shows you like how they're trying to develop their sound and their technique and what their lyric style was gonna be like. So anyways, that's my review.